Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over all the markets. There's lots of stuff is going on out there in the market, right? Oh, bull run, bull run. Some people say it's going down. 1929 style crash. Okay. You notice I'm not too active on Twitter and on S&P 500. Um, One of the reasons why, I'll be straight with you, is I'm not going to be responsible for getting people freaking wrecked. Okay. That's why. Okay. So this is a very crazy market. So what I'm going to do is with my analysis, I haven't done this in a while. We're going to go over the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, the DXY, maybe USDT dominance chart. I've gone over the minor stocks, guys. The minor stocks will have some bounces in them. As a matter of fact, the miners like Mara, even MicroStrategy, I'm expecting bounces in the area that they've come down dramatically. I'm expecting a pretty good bounce and maybe some sideways actions in there. I don't make the video too long, but the ultimate trajectory for the minor stocks is a bounce right now. Go sideways for a little while, up a little bit more, up and to the right a little bit more, and then down. Okay. And ultimately, that probably means that Bitcoin will be going down too, guys, with it. We'll go over Bitcoin. I still think Bitcoin has some up and to the right, but let's go over here with the S&P 500 with the algos and market cipher. Okay. So you get market cipher and you get the algos with me. And I think they're going to be more correct than anybody on Twitter. Now, here's the deal, in my opinion, going into the future of the stocks and even crypto, what you're going to need to probably be doing is you're going to have to be hyperactive and getting the correct stocks. I honestly think from here on out, probably for the next couple of years, you're probably going to do a lot better in stocks than you are in crypto. I could be wrong about that, but that's what I think, at least over the next year or two, I think. So something to consider if you're only in crypto. Okay. Just a suggestion. Option trading. I'm not an expert on option trading, so you probably get some touch somebody like that. I'm not going to go down that road, but there's definitely some opportunities out there. So here's the S&P 500, guys. Lots of panic out there on a weekly chart. And 4,300, I'd expect it to come down, maybe test that 40 period moving average. The weekly algos are still suggesting some upside. The weekly algos have updated. They're getting a lot weaker. They will change, though, once there's a reversal. This looks like a correction area, sideways, kind of like this section down here. Okay. So you could probably say maybe this is going to be a 5-wave move. Now, just because that's a 5-wave move does not mean it's 1-2. Okay. There's some theories going on here, and I'm going to show you that. I'm going to go into the long-term detail of the S&P 500 and what is probably going on with it. Okay. So the 2020s are going to be crazy, guys. Going to be very crazy. I'm drinking some coffee, threw in some cream, and I'm enjoying it. It's actually fudge coffee. It's not fudge from like a syrup. They actually have coffee that's fudge, so it's pretty good. All right, guys. So here's the deal with S&P 500 up there, and then let's go over the. Yeah, so you can see it came back down. The NASDAQ actually, even the futures look a little bit stronger. You know, testing the composites down below the 21. Might come back down and test the 40. So there could be some more downside for these assets, guys. Okay. The weekly algos projecting out to March of 24 for that. I think what's going on here, just giving you an analysis, is there some pressure on the markets? I actually didn't expect this. I thought the DXY right here would be finished. Okay. In my opinion, this is still an ABC move. Okay. like I said, 106 was a target on the DXY, and it's just staying in this wave, guys. It's like it kind of reminds me of a crypto wave. It has those smaller cap cryptos, right? And they're in a corrective trash. They're coming down, corrective trash, and they do a bounce like that, and they just kind of stay up there for a long time, maybe go sideways like this, and then it does another one of these and sideways for a little while, and it makes that trashy, janky looking wave. This reminds me of this. That reminds me of that right there, guys. Okay. So there will be a day that this relaxes, in my opinion, and it'll start doing, at least something like that. And that will be good for the stocks. Okay. So that's how I'm looking at that with the stocks. So let's go over Market Cipher and the algos with the S&P 500. Okay. And let's get a whole long-term trajectory here, guys, on everything, okay? I'm going to go to a 2-month chart. A 2-month chart on the S&P 500, okay? And the 2-month chart on the S&P 500 is the whole thing from 1872. And the S&P 500 could have ended right there, guys. Okay. That's it. This will have an end if it's not done. Okay. There will be a day of reckoning for the S&P 500's massive trajectory all the way here to March of 2021. So the 2-month chart, this is why up here, you want to be careful. Okay. There's a good probability that ended right there. I was thinking maybe it might go out over here. You want to be careful in this area. So the S&P 500 on the 2-month chart is going to be now this could shoot up, guys. Okay. That could shoot up like to all-time highs, 5,200. The reason I say that is because this big chart, right? This whole thing has all this momentum all the way through from 1871, if you can believe it. That's how it works. Here's the other thing that's interesting too about the S&P 500, guys. So sometimes, if you want to compare the past to the future, did you know that all the stocks that were in the S&P 500 over here are not here? They're all different. So just to let you know, most of them are all different, guys. So all different companies are in there. But anyhow, on this 2-month chart, this is what I'm expecting with S&P 500. Now, this matters for Bitcoin because I don't see Bitcoin doing any massive run with this going on in the S&P and then sideways. All the way to, let's say, sideways for 2 years. And then I think there's going to be another shot like that to 2028. So then it's going to be bam. Okay. Now it's not going to go like that. It's probably going to like this, a bounce, and then there'll be big bounces in there before it starts doing this thing. So, okay, guys. So that's how I'm looking at that. Let me go to the NASDAQ, let you guys know. So I think once this wave is done, I think we're going to have sideways action. That's what I'm looking at. NASDAQ composite. I don't have it on a 2-month chart, a 1-month chart. NASDAQ composite on a 1-month chart is kind of giving the same telltale signs. So yeah, like here with the NASDAQ, guys. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe something like that and some sideways action. There could be another pump over there like that too, guys. But the thing is that with all this going on, is that I don't see Bitcoin performing exceptionally well, guys, okay? With the traditional financial markets in a multi-generational peak. And that's what they're in. They're in a multi-generational peak with a massive, here's my opinion, is what's going to be going on, okay? You're not going to find this analysis anywhere else. I know you moon boys, man. It's going to just keep going, man. 1850, man, might be the peak, right? Okay. So AB, See, something like that, maybe. Okay, something like that, or it might the B might only be over here, over here. I'm just giving you a general area. I'm kind of looking at something maybe like that, and this could be one last hoorah, hoorah over there. So you got some time, guys. You got some time. Maybe Bitcoin will have one last hoorah. Who knows, man, how that's going to work out. But when this is going on, Bitcoin on the Nasdaq and the S&P 500, it's not going to be going so well for Bitcoin. Okay, it's not. All right. I've been thinking about this whole limited supply theory. They keep comparing Bitcoin to gold. Well, gold doesn't perform very well, but granted, they could get more supply of gold, but I don't know, man. I don't know. That's the only last thing for Bitcoin that's holding me out, this limited supply, a whole ETF and all this other stuff. I'm not even, I just discount that, guys. I'm not worried about that. What makes Bitcoin go up? More buyers and sellers. That's it. More buyers and sellers. What makes it go down? More sellers and buyers. That's it. So let me go back to a 2-month chart. Now I'm still looking for more upside on Bitcoin, guys. Okay. Once the S&P 500 corrects everything. So here we go. Let's check this out. Market Cipher. What do we got? Look at that third wave peak. Came down. Here's that massive fourth wave. Here's that peak. And then you got your bearish divergence. And here it is coming up. Boom. I'm expecting this on a 2-month chart. You can see it. It's going to be going up, back down, that sideways action. And you might get another last little hoorah. Okay. And you have like upside, and you're going to have 2-month bearish divergence more than likely, guys, over a period of time. Okay. So what I'm saying is that I'm not showing you to be like negative Nancy type person. Okay. For this is going to be going on after 2030, where the Mad Max scenario, the real Mad Max scenario is going to be going on. Right, guys? Isn't that what they're all waiting for? The reason I did this is because I got sick and tired of all these Mad Max scenario guys that get on the YouTubes, buy your gold, buy your silver, man. Here it comes. We're doomed. I mean, like, they've been doing this since the 80s, man. So they might be right in 2031, okay? Or something like that, maybe. Okay. I still don't think it's going to be Mad Max scenario. I think everything's going to be business as usual because your everyday common people aren't really going to care. They're just see, hey, maybe there's more poor people or something like that or something. Who knows? Or maybe they won't be making as much money or inflation or something like that, but it'll just be business as usual. Look what happened to the fall of the Soviet Union, right? Okay. Eventually it was business as usual. Okay. So any other places it fell? What was the Ottoman Empire? It fell, right? And then what was it after that? Spread everything around, country over here, give you that back, give that back. Then what? Business as usual, type thing. So that's what I think, guys. That's what I think. So S&P 500. Mark Cipher has it on a 2-month buy, in that area. So more upside on the S&P 500. So what's this have to do with Bitcoin? Let's go over some things. I went over the DXY. Let me go to a weekly chart. Let me check this out, guys. You want to know how can you make money now? Well, in crypto, man, it's going to be pretty tough. Pretty tough. There'll be some guys that make some money in crypto. So here we go. You check this out on the weekly on the S&P 500, guys. You see that? Look at that peak on Market Cipher. It's higher than all this other peak. So it's giving those telltale signs that this is probably definitely not part of this. More than likely, it's some sort of what's being suspected. A, B, C type move going out like that. Okay. So back to the DXY on the weekly, guys. Checked out the DXY again. So 105, 106, this thing is just going to have some strength. And once it is finished in this area, then the correction for the S&P 500 will probably be over. And then it'll trend up a little bit more. It'll be a weak trend. It'll be a fifth wave trend. And that'll be good for Bitcoin. Bitcoin right here, guys. And it'll be able to go up and to the right, more than likely. All right. So let's go over Bitcoin. Let's go over Bitcoin. Let's see what's going on here in a weekly chart. Let's see what we got with the algos and Market Cipher. Let's see what we got. Okay. So here's Bitcoin. Check this out, guys. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Those weekly candles, man. Boom boys are like, look at that, man. That looks like a wave one to me. Wave one, two, boom. Third wave. Let's go, right? All right, guys. So let's see. Weekly. Let's see. RSI. You got hidden bullish divergence on the RSI. Algos are projected. So here it is. You see the 40 period moving average, guys? Check this out. Look at that. You see? Look at the candle body right on top of it. Wick down to it. It went up. See? Like I said, Bitcoin is in a bind. It's in a bind. It's between the 40 and the 9. It's in a bind, guys. So went up and tested a 40. What do you think? Maybe come back down to the 9? There's the 9. That's actually the 10. It's a 10 SMA. Back down. And then look. Once it gets over this 9 or the 10, boom. Uh-oh. And it'll start trajectory, just making a move up this way, guys, I think. Okay? According to the weekly right here, look at this. What do we got over here? I wouldn't count this too much. This is a little bit of hopium, but look at that. I mean, that's like 31.9, even 32, 33. I mean, maybe you can get up there going one last hoorah for Bitcoin, guys, but it's going to take it a while. Look at the dates on this. January 24, March, February 24. You know, that is possible. If it gets up over that 200, if it gets over that 200 SMA, which is right here, guys, you see that? Boom, 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 boom. If it gets up and over that, you probably want to be bullish for sure, okay? As long as it's under it, you want to be with a bearish mindset, more bearish, because you come up to, reject it, come back down. And definitely, if Bitcoin gets under this 40 on the weekly, you want to definitely be careful, okay? So that's what I'm looking at with Bitcoin. So, and then ultimately this boom, all the way over here for Bitcoin. Now, I don't know if Bitcoin is going to come over here, just to this area and then rocket out of there, or if it's going to break the low, okay? Don't know about that, but total 2. Let's go over total 2 right here, guys. Total 2, man, is not looking good at all. Total 2. Here's total 2. And I was expecting a little bit more upside here on total 2. So you can see the configuration here on total 2. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. In this area, I'm expecting a little bit more upside over here, you know, up to 557B. So you could have some pumps in some altcoins, maybe. Not mega pumps, but you could have some pumps. Pumps, right? Or, right, oh, I want to get more views, you know. Forgot to tell you guys. I forgot to tell you. Your 1000X coins. Yeah. Your 1000X coins right here. They're going to go from here to here. 1000X, right? 1000X, guys. So I'd be careful of that narrative, but that's what gets all the views on YouTube, man. 100X coin, 1000X coin. But this is looking very, very unhealthy, guys, with that configuration makeup on the total crypto market cap. See what Market Cipher has to say. Look at that money flow. You know, no money flow. Money flow way down. Money flow is still down. Boom. It probably it's definitely coming down a little bit for a little bit more upside in that area, guys. So, you know, I would say a little bit of upside, nothing massive, but you can see, look at the money flow, guys. See money flow, boom, on a weekly, came in, money flow. Look at the money flow right now. It's all negative, guys. It's all negative. Ain't going in. All right. You looked at stable coin market recently. You looked at that. It ain't going up. It ain't going up. What do you expect, man? Less stables in crypto. What does that mean? You guys are just trading against each other. You're trading against each other. That's all you're doing. No new money is coming in. So let me go here. Total crypto market cap. Okay. On a monthly chart, guys. Let's take a look at this. Look at this bad boy, guys, right? What does that look like? What does that look like? Huh. Oh, let's see here. Came down right here. Got a little bit of that. Money flow decent. Look at that, though. That bearish divergence from that peak to that peak to that peak. Here's your little wave down here. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. I know you move boys. You think the 5's over here, right? I thought the 5 was over there too. Don't get me wrong. I thought maybe it had one more shot because it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's going to be right there, guys. Looks like that is going to be a finished wave. Let me take off the market cipher up here. Boom. All right, wrong one right here. Boom. Let me take that off. Okay. You see right there, guys? Looks like it's done right there. Okay. Looks like a nice what? Coin. Like if I put this on a 1 hour chart and I put it over into my DGen list, what would the DGens be thinking, right? What would the DGens be thinking? DGens be thinking, this thing needs to correct. Let's get it back down here, right? That's what the DGens, if this was a coin, let's just take an example, right? This right here, what you're looking at on my screen, right? It went up in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can decipher that, right? Now, is there 1/5 wave missing? I thought so. Like I said, I thought so, but I don't think so, guys. Okay. So now this is a monthly chart. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretend this is a 1 hour chart or a 45-minute chart, right? So pretend this is a 45-minute chart and it's like a Unibot coin. You put this over in your DGen list. You put it over in your DGen list. What are you going to do? Are you going to buy it? You're like, I don't know, man. That thing looked like it's gone up quite a bit. I think what I would do if that was in my DGen list, this is what I would do. Let me wait for it to come back down at least to this area, like right in this area, like right there, before I start playing with this DGen coin. Okay. So what I'm saying? Like, so if you take it and you look at it like from a simplistic point of view like that, does that kind of make sense, guys? Like, look at this thing rolling over those MAs on the monthly up there. Lots of pressure. That 9, the 21 and the 40 on top of it. Okay. So boom, it's not looking too healthy for it. Like I said, there could be a little bit more of a pump in there. Okay. Maybe it's making a triangle in this section, guys. A, B, C, D, E. One more, and then boom. So, all right. So that's it. And then Bitcoin. See, Bitcoin, gotten over Bitcoin, still playing in the area. As a matter of fact, let me go over Bitcoin, what is that? That BLX. The BLX. The whole chart of it. Technically, guys, it needs to be if this is the whole trend of it and it needs to correct over here, it needs to get into the box probably to be able to go on another bull run, but that's neither here nor there. Bitcoin's a different story. I don't know if it's going to break the low or not, guys. So, that's just all speculation on Bitcoin. Anyway, any long-term holders, I wouldn't be messing around with anything but Bitcoin right now, guys. Ethereum's looking terrible. Let me go to Ethereum, man. Ethereum's looking so weak. This thing's looking so weak, guys. Weak. Money flow on the daily keeps going down. RSI just showing weakness, no interest on Ethereum, guys. There should be a bounce in this area. You would think, Ethereum would have a decent bounce over here. That's kind of what I'm getting looking at for Ethereum. Let's check it out on a 6-day chart. Ethereum, a bounce to 1,700, maybe 1,800, maybe even a bounce beyond here up to 1,900, up to that 200 SMA, guys. So that's what I would expect for Ethereum, especially if Bitcoin is going to make that trek to 31. Now, I don't think it's going to be too dynamic for Ethereum because, so you see this move, it did that. Okay, that was a corrective move in my opinion. This is a 3-wave swing on Ethereum right here. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. And then you got a 3-wave swing right over here. And then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it looks like maybe a 5 or something like that for your flat. And then you got a 3-wave, a 3-wave, and look 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5 for another like type 3-wave move. You would expect something over here and then back down. Okay. On Ethereum, guys. All right. So on the weekly chart, let me go to a weekly chart. Show you some data in here. Some weakness on Ethereum. Up, back down. So yeah, expect a trend. And then this is an obvious like downtrend from starting at this point. You can see in RSI. Okay. At some point it should probably You know, like I said, go up into that area. Back up a little bit. Same thing on the weekly stochastics. Okay. But your biggest tell on Ethereum, guys, all right, you see the stochastics is way down there. So I'm expecting momentum to the upside. Like I said, don't expect a dynamic wave with Ethereum because it's in a corrective area, in my opinion. Okay. The correction. So what I'm saying is that the upward correction for Ethereum is finished right there. Okay. Now this is all getting prepared for the next downtrend, wherever that will start. So what I'm saying is that it won't be dynamic to the upside like it was over here because I had to correct that leg right here, came back down, corrected, still dynamic, and now it's finished. And now you have weakness and it's just being held up. Traditional markets, whatever else is going on. Maybe the Moon Boys think it's going to 25,000, and then eventually the inevitable will be happening over here. Your biggest tell over here, and the Moon Boys hate this. I don't know why the Moon Boys hate this so much, but they just hate this right here that I go over this. Okay. They can't stand it, man. They can't stand it for some reason. Okay. So right here, check this out, guys. Let me blow this up for you. Here's your tell. You see this move, guys? This is not bullish. Move up. Okay. Move down. Move up. That's not bullish. It's in the RSI. Look down. Look at here, guys. Look at this. This is not bullish. Move up. Move back down. Move up in this weekly. Look at where this peak is. Look at where this peak is. Look at where this peak is. And look at where this peak is. Okay. Now, here's your argument. Here's your bullish argument on Ethereum right here. Okay. But what I think is going to be going on with Ethereum is the same thing as going on with Total 2. You can call this an ascending triangle, some sort. Let's see what we got going on here, man. There's a triangle in here somehow, right? Something like this. Now you go like this, guys, like this, right? Something like that. Okay. Okay. So over here and go back over here. Okay. 2000. So I'm expecting that move. Okay. So here's the deal with it, though. This is going to be the fake out. Could it go over and pop? It could, and fake it out. Maybe it could do that, just like over here, pop. And actually, it probably won't even be like that. It'll be obvious. You'll see something like this. Okay. Boom. And then back down over here. So this is going to be the reverse fake out. This is going to be the reverse fake out if that happens, guys. Okay. What I mean by that is it going to be reverse over here compared to this one. Where was it? I think it was more on Bitcoin. But this right here was your fake out, and then it went up. So an Ethereum over here will go up if it does do this. If it does do this, guys, up to this area, and everything's going that way and down, in my opinion. So my targets for Ethereum, guys, if it's going to complete this, is going to be break the low. I'll be looking for a break of the low at 847, and then 600, 400, and there is a potential for like 100 to $200 on Ethereum, guys. Okay. You take a look at Ethereum on the chart here. Okay, I know a little bit long-winded, but I think that this is your classic trend is over with on the weekly for Ethereum. Needs to correct it, in my opinion. Very bullish, but it needs to correct this cycle. See your wave 1. Your wave 3, that's your third wave peak. Here's your fifth of your third. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Corrected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then here it is back up. It corrected it. You want to see how high that came out in the weekly, guys? So here's your peak right here on the weekly. Okay. Now, if this was bullish, I would have wanted to see this at least get into the 70s, and it didn't do it, guys. And here it is right there. And if you comparatively peak, here's your other peak right here. Okay. This is not a good signal. You have exaggerated divergence. Same peak. Boom. You see that? Okay. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. There could be upside, substantial, length of time wise over here before you get that. Okay. So it could be end of the year. It could be November, December, January, or anything like that, guys. So be careful of that with Ethereum. But my point is this whole picture with Ethereum is that this is more than likely a completed cycle with an extended fifth wave in this section right here, guys. Okay. RSI suggesting it. There's your highest peak right there, guys. Highest peak, fifth. Okay. Corrected it. And then boom. So something like this. I'll go something like that, There's your trend on logarithmic. Let me remove some of this real quick. I'll show you how this trend over here has broken it. Give you a little clue over here. Okay, guys. On logarithmic, take this trend from right here. As a matter of fact, touch, came over here and touch. It's a long-term trend. And I'll even give it the wick. Let's give it the wick right now. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Let me remove this one. Look what it's doing. And that's including the wick. I don't usually like to include wicks on trends, but I usually like to include the candle body like right there, like that, and then the wick through. Oops. Right there. And then the long-term trend, you see where it came down and touched it? Boom, boom, boom. And look at it. Now, hugging right along it and breaking down from it, guys. Be careful. Don't get wrecked. Enjoy your 100x or 1000x altcoin videos in the time being. All right, guys? I'm not going to make them. I don't see it happening. There'll be a few here and there. You get enough of the Moon Boys together, they can pump it. But here's the DGen list. Look at these pumps, guys. Ooh, that's a pretty good little pump. All right. But guys, at the end of the day, there's a pump. Look at that. There's a pump. Okay. There's pumps in there. Like I said, be careful, guys. There's pumps in there. You see these pumps, right? Does that look bullish? Does this look bullish? Okay. Does this look bullish? Look at these coins on a weekly. Okay, guys? If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.